Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. This is your weekly KocoSports.net's weekly WWE Monday Night RAW review and internet infantry. If you're listening to us live, A, thank you, and B, please put in the comments, do you give this show a win? Do you give this show a loss? Or do you give this show a tie? Now, I'm your host, LK, here for the show. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to give it the weakest of ties. The weakest of ties you will ever see. But Kionya, what are you doing? This was a good show. Seriously, yeah? I'm sorry. I've got a new thing now. When I'm at work, I have this really big boss, okay? And he's Polish, and he's a lovely man, and his English is very funny. And he has little quotes like, seriously, and like I said, no, it's not that. So every time he's going to be like the positive PT because he's actually really miserable at work, but he's super positive PT here. So every time I think something sucks, I'm going to counteract it with that voice in positive, and I think it could be incredibly funny. No, it would not be funny. You would not take the piece out of me. I am a store owner. Sorry. Monday Night RAW for 16th of January 2017. I gave the show a week tie. We're on the road to the Royal Rumble now. And let's get it over with and done with. Kurt Angle will be entering the 2017 Hall of Fame. It's about damn time. Incredible moment. Obviously, it was announced on ESPN earlier today. I would have uploaded a news article on KocoSports.net. However, the site isn't yet ready for me to post. And when it is ready to post, you'll be the first one to know. So Kurt Angle in the Hall of Fame. I'm incredibly happy for the man. Great 7-year run. You know, he picked it up so well. And I mean, in his first year in 2000, he was hardcore champion, European champion, IC champ, tag team champion, King of the Ring winner, and WWF champion. So he had a great run. He had some Mania main events. One of my all-time favorite matches, Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit at the Royal Rumble back in 2003. So really a great time and a great moment on Raw when his music played and it was announced. Even though it was announced on ESPN, it was good to just see it on WTV and good to see him on WTV. So let's get to the show. So the show starts off with the big dog, Roman Reigns. He comes out. Reigns says he'll win the Universal Championship of the Rumble and he'll go on to main event at WrestleMania. Paul Heyman comes out. He interrupts. He says Lesnar's here and Lesnar will win the Royal Rumble. Kevin Owens, Universal Champ, US Champ Jericho. He comes out. Jericho says KO will beat Reigns and Jericho will win the Rumble. And then the best friends collide in the main event of WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. And either way, whoever wins, we're still the champ. I quite like that. Rollins comes out, says he'll be at the main event because he wasn't even on the show last year. Strowman comes out, Lesnar comes out, Zayn attacks Strowman, a big brawl ensures. Lesnar takes out everyone. Lesnar and Zayn have a stare down, which I really dug. I did dig the stare down. I really did like it. Strowman and Lesnar, they have a big stare down. Strowman walks away. I understand they don't want Strowman and Lesnar in the ring because maybe there's potentially some money involved in the feud down the line. But what I did not like was the idea of Strowman being scared of someone. That I don't really like that, you know. No, Q, you are protecting. I actually said my real name. I've never said that before. Oh, shit. No, okay, it's not that. It's just they do not want them to collide because you know I like money. And there is serious money involved in this feud, big time. Anyway, I'm sorry. At work, I just do this and I can't help it. So Lesnar, then he F5s Reigns. I enjoyed it. Minus the Strowman walking away. I really did enjoy this. I did. And it was a great way to start the show. It was hot. The crowd are really hot in Little Rock, wherever that is. And I enjoyed it. Then we move on to something I didn't enjoy. Big Cass and Enzo Amore versus I'm on Tinder and I'm on steroids Jinder Mahal versus Rusev. It was the tag match, and I'm just happy that this feud can possibly end. Cass gets the win with the big boot, Enzo the crossbody off the top to get the win. End this feud now. Rusev should be built as a monster heel heading into the Rumble, and Jinder Mahal should be fired for being on steroids. Then we go to Daivari versus Lince Dorado. Daivari will be facing Jack Gallagher in an I Fought Fit match on 205 Live tomorrow. The match was okay. Dorado hit a nice springboard stunner for 2. Daivari hit a Rainmaker plus a Cobra Clutch, which Dorado tapped 2 to get the win. It was simple promotion of the match that will take place tomorrow on 205 Live between Gallagher and Daivari. Gallagher was on commentary. He did an okay job on commentary. I think he's really good on the mic, and I would love to see Gallagher versus Neville. I think that could be a really good match, but the one I want to see at Mania is Austin Aries versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. I think that'll be an incredible match. I'm expecting, if you take your mind back to WrestleMania 20, there was like a 10-man gauntlet Cruiserweight Open, like an open invitational. I think they'll do that at WrestleMania, like a big, either a championship match and a multi-tag match on the pre-show, or they'll just do all of them involved in one. That's what I think. But it was an okay match, nothing wrong with it. Then we move on to the Raw Tag Team Championship match. You have Cesaro and Sheamus, the champions, defending against the Club in a very controversial match, but still an enjoyable match. Okay, so Sheamus, there was some, I think Sheamus and Cesaro are really coming together well as a team. I love that now they have some double team offense. So Cesaro hit a Finley roll and Cesaro jumped into a double stomp. Now Cesaro, I have 3 people who I think could possibly win the Rumble. As a dark horses, I have 3. I have Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura. They are the 3 people who I want to win. None of them are going to win. Like, the chances of them winning are very slim. There is more chance of the Pope breaking through these windows and jerking me off. Actually, I think he's a known pedophile. I'm not sure about that, but we'll get back to you on that about the Pope. But I just pray that, it happens. But in the end of the day, they're a tag team. They're doing well. And this can't end with Sheamus turning on Cesaro or Cesaro turning on Sheamus, because it'll lead to another one-on-one match. As great as they were, well, one was great, I think it was the Clash of Champions. We don't need to see it again. Anyway, Cesaro hit a 619 and crossbody off the top to the floor. All 4 are in. It's crazy. Sheamus is forearming everyone, going crazy. He accidentally knocks out the ref. The Club hit the Magic Killer. New referee comes down. 1, 2, 3. John Cone, though, wakes up and says Sheamus and Cesaro win by DQ, which means they retain. Club are pissed off. Magic Killer to Sheamus. Club now, they could use this and actually get a championship match at the Rumble, and then they could have it, and then they could win the championships at the Royal Rumble. I think that's a possibility, but as long as they keep up the Club now, intensity, pissed off, a mean streak about them, how about next week come out and just obliterate Golden Truth? Destroy Golden Truth and say, look, we technically won the tag titles. Now we are entitled to a tag team title match at the Royal Rumble. Oh, bloody hell, that scared me then. Jesus H. Christ, on a popsicle stick. Unbelievable. That is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not being sucked up. It's an air sucker which turns the air into water. Great gimmick. And then we had a tribute to Jimmy Snuka. WWE is great at making these video packages, no matter how scummy they are. They are magnificent. When I mean scummy as in pro wrestling. When it comes to video packages, they are amazing. They are generally the best in the world. There is no one better at making hype videos, video packages, than scummy WWE. Okay, now this Snuka stuff, I made a video on it earlier, and it's very mixed reception online. Not the video, just this incident. Now, I said, what happened with Snuka. In the end, I'm talking about the pro wrestler, and I'm putting him over as a wrestler and a legend of the industry, and an innovator and a revolutionary when it comes to like the high flying and the stunts off cells and cages. Now, lots of people online are complaining about the fact that, Snuka, what happened with his wife and how he is still eligible to get promoted on WWE. Well, not promoted, talked about on Monday Night RAW, yet Chris Benoit is not. And it's a very, very itchy and titchy and witchy situation, which I don't really want to break down live on air, because I want to, obviously, KocoSports.net is a marketing company, so I don't want them to, be affected by this, but it is something to look into. Everyone will have an opinion. I don't personally want to give up. You guys know where I stand with Benoit. When I watch him, when I talk about him, I'm talking about Benoit, the pro wrestler, not the man. It's a very different and a very strange thing to see, but I still find it interesting, and I want to know your thoughts. So put in the comments what your thoughts on this situation are. Emelina, she will be premiering soon. I think we're going to be in like 2052, and we'll be like, Emelina, Hall of Fame. Like, what did you do? I did nothing. Like, what is going on? Then we have backstage segment with Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and the big dog, Roman Reigns. Zayn tries to come up with a strategy to take out Braun and wants to do the fist pump with the Shield. When they did that, Roman and the Rollins walk away saying, he's crazier than Ambrose. It was funny. It made me chuckle. Then we had Rich Swann versus Tony Nese. This is what happened backstage. Vince is like, Tony, come here. I would come to you, but I'm a bit old. Take a seat. Be careful. So he takes a seat. Kid, my eyes are getting a bit bad. As he turns it, kid, you got some muscle on you. Long hair. Nice long hair. Good muscle on you. Tony, that's your name, correct? Yes. Yes, Vince, that's my name. I have a question for you, Tony. Can I call you that, Tony? Or is it Anthony? Just Tony. Tony, are you Samoan? No? Why would you? I'm Tony. Why do you think I'm Samoan, Vince? Kid, I asked you a question. Are you Samoan? No, I'm not. Kid, go get another job. I want Samoans. I'm Vince McMahon. I love Samoans. I love Samoan cock. And I fucking adore Samoan hair and muscles. You have one of them muscles. But guess what, kid? That ain't enough. Get out there, show me what you got, and when you come back, pray to God you're a Samoan, you son of a bitch. I'm going crazy tonight. I'm literally so bored of Monday Night RAW. I just come up ways of entertaining myself. I thought that was funny. Anyway, back to what happened. Before the match could begin, Neville, who is Rich Swann's Royal Rumble opponent for the Cruiserweight title, he attacks Rich Swann. Nice also tries to attack Swann. Neville dumps out Nice. Nice hits a big super kick to Swann. Sorry, Neville hits a big super kick to Swann to end the segment. So you got some heat there on Neville. Backstage interview with Neville. Neville cuts a promo about how he'll win the title at the Royal Rumble. The king of the Cruiserweights. New Day come out. Okay, I will have less of you moaning about the New Day. They are a great trio. I see money in them. The Bootios, they make good money. You know, me and Vince, we are buddies. We love money, man. New Day come out. They plug the Royal Rumble match and say they will win the Royal Rumble. Titus interrupts. Cole goes, oh no, I couldn't agree more. Titus says he will replace the New Day and wants a spot in the Royal Rumble by beating one of them. Again, Titus O'Neil just coming out and making matches. Every week now, Titus comes out. Dude, if you're so good, Titus, at making matches, how come you've been on Main Event and Superstars for the past year prior? You silly sack of crap. That was kayfabe wise. I wasn't actually calling him a sack of crap. It was kayfabe storyline wise. Big E then accepts, as long as if they win, basically Titus has to leave them alone. So it's not a qualifying match, but it will do. I will take it. That's it, okay? You take that, you little bitch. So, not a qualifying match, but we'll do this. So Big E gets the win. Titus, get a new job. Hey, Titus, I will employ you. Charlotte then comes out. These what chants must end unless you've got Stone Cold Steve Austin out there. Oh, that man made so much money. Unless Steve Austin's out there, the what chants should not take place. Same as this Tye Dillinger 10. It drives me insane anyway. Charlotte says Bayley is an average person and takes the piss out of her for basically being a mark when she was younger. Then a video of Bayley reading a poem of her becoming a WWE star. Charlotte then reads it and disses wrestlers in gyms and schools and armories, and I didn't like that. Bayley comes out. What? This is what I don't like, okay? So why did Bayley wait so long to come out? Like, the minute she read the poems, I would have been like, oh, fuck you, I'm out there. Like, kayfabe-wise, if that was the story, Bayley should have come out early. I didn't like that. But I understand they're going to try and build and try to Charlotte tried to embarrass Bayley. I think there is some flaws with the story, as always. Bayley says she's not embarrassed, and she cuts basically a passionate promo about her love for the WWE, how she worked hard and not had her dad make one phone call to get her in the door. Bayley then cuts a poem promo basically about becoming the women's champion at the Royal Rumble. You know, at least they're promoting the women's championship match without just doing the women's championship match non-title, which is what WWE seem to do every single fucking week. I'm going to get some live comments, okay? I'm going to get some live comments because I want to break this up because it's very, very, very strange episode of Raw. Lots of ups and lots of downs. And again, it's going to be the same people in there. I bet you £5. Here we go. Fucking hell. Oh, Jesus Christ. I apologize, everyone. You work on your Vince, bro. Why do you put it? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Let me just type here. Fran Yelly. Can you block these people? You're listening live. Some imbeciles again in the chat. The chat I cannot control because my phone, it doesn't allow me to block people, so I actually have to get it on my computer. So I will get that up and they will be blocked. And Franielli, you're a moderator. Can you please, this is my call to you, can you please block and report these people for posting vile things on there? There's not all of them. And then we can get to the proper live comments. So Franielli, buddy, please get that sorted. So I'll carry on the review. And then once the review's done, Franielli hopefully would have edited out this stuff and it'll be sorted. They're not very, I would not employ them. They're a bit pieces of shit. Like I said, I do not like pieces of shit who work for me. Okay, that's why you work for me. You are my bitch. My shoe is worth more than you. Okay, no need to be mean about it. I will be as mean as I want. I am your boss. Respect me. You know, backstage, Jericho, Kevin Owens, and Strowman, they're talking strategies. Strowman basically says he's going to destroy all three of them. Says he does what he wants, when he wants. He says he's winning the Royal Rumble and main eventing WrestleMania. Please, God, no. I do not want to see Braun Strowman main event WrestleMania, but if they build him properly, maybe. But I'm still thinking in my gut they're going to do Taker versus Strowman. I don't want to see it, but it's just what I think they're going to do. Then they do Cedric Alexander versus Brian Kendrick. This Alicia Fox shit is really confusing to me. She's with him, then she's not, and then Alexander broke up with her, and then she still wants him, and he doesn't want. It's confusing. Okay, and Alexander in this match get a nice slingshot moonsault to the floor with serious knee action to the head of poor Brian Kendrick there. Aries says, since Alexander's not with Fox, he's definitely got more stamina. In a great line there. Kendrick applies a captain hook. Fox comes out, pushes the ropes towards Cedric so Cedric can grab the ropes. Cedric hit a really nice lungbar check to get the win. I'm so happy my boy Cedric Alexander got the win. Cedric goes to hug Fox, but then dies underneath, taking the low road. Decent match. I actually quite enjoyed that match. And then we go backstage. Nia Jax. Jax talks about beating up Banks before Raw, and then says she isn't no boss. Talk about Sasha Banks. Obviously alluding to they're obviously going to do the Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax match at maybe Rumble. Maybe it'll be the pre-show, I think. Backstage, Fox, what is an awful actor. Just screaming about bullshit about how Cedric, they just had a disagreement, and then the poor boy who was the robot, whatever this imbecile's name is asking questions, and oh god, I'd rather listen to my boss talk than that. Kurt then has his Hall of Fame video, and the music gave me chills. It was a great moment, and even if you don't watch Raw and you don't like Raw, you refuse to watch it, and you just listen to reviews to see what happened, go out of your way to watch it. It'll be on WWE's YouTube channel, I'm guessing. Main event time. Kevin Owens, Jericho, and Strowman versus Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. All 6 men are in the Rumble. And imagine Zayn winning this. And I got this gut feeling that Sami Zayn could do this. And I said, Nakamura, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro, they're the 3 that I think are positioned to a point where they just need that one big push. And they're at that next level. And I think that could have really worked. The main event was pretty damn good, actually. I pretty damn enjoyed it. Reigns and Strowman had a stare down, kind of a mere reaction. And I think in the months heading into Mania, especially now, prior to Rumble, they test things, and the reaction for that really wasn't that good. What do you mean, okay? You're just fucking amazing. You heard them. Reigns is polarizing, you prick. That's why I'm the businessman, and I make the decisions, not you, you little bitch. Sorry. Don't be sorry. Just don't do that again. 3 commercials during this, and it's at 4 a.m. and I'm there, trying not to fall asleep. I'm really trying hard not to fall asleep, and it's just there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Zayn hits a tope on Hito Road, and it's tope to Cedar. Zayn, dude, he hit a crossbody on Strowman and then got hit with a running power slam to get the wins. I was worried, and it did come to fruition that Sami Zayn was the sacrificial lamb in that one. Post-match, Strowman basically carries Zayn over to the announce table because it's like an announced booth now, like it was back in the day. Rollins hits a chair shot to Strowman. Reigns hits a spear on Strowman to take him out. All-out brawl. Rollins pedigrees Jericho on the ramp. Kevin Owens chair shot to Reigns and Rollins and powerbombs Reigns through the table in a really good main event, which I actually enjoyed quite a bit. I'm going to give that 3.25 star. Match of the night. Crowd were hot, which helped. And Kevin Owens, the Universal Champion, looked strong. Okay, that's something you do not hear every week on this weekly WWE Monday Night Raw review, and that was that Kevin Owens, the champion of the brand, that being Monday Night Raw, looked very strong. and that very, very shocked me. And it's a very good way. And you know what's going to happen next week. Reigns is going to be the one looking strong, and the show's going to end with Cole screaming, is this what's going to happen on the Royal Rumble? If this happens at Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns will be the new champion. They'll do something along those lines. So I'm just loading up now on my laptop the live comments. And, I apologize recently. There's some imbeciles in there, and I will not name them because they don't deserve the credit. And I hope Franielli was listening to that and deleted, as I said earlier. So I'm loading it right now if the stream goes down. Let me see if yes. Franielli, I appreciate you. That out. Okay, you're a good man. And now I can actually read live freaking comments. So as I like doing it on my phone. It's a lot better on my phone. I want to thank you there, Franielli, though, for sorting that out. I appreciate it. You're a good human being. You're a good Samaritan. Right, here we go then. No, yes, it's all been deleted. So thank you there, Franielli. The issue is I can't have a fucking moderator on every single show. It's becoming a pain. So Randy Morgan says, fuck Snooker. Oh, dude, I can't read that, Randy, buddy. I love you, but damn, that's deep. Norman Smiley, Coco Nuts. Why are you reviewing Raw? Your show was yesterday, you cunt. Oh, wow. Franielli, mate, you missed one there. Jesus Christ. Dude, my show is every day. I do daily shows. I review Raw every week. I didn't review a show yesterday because I earned a night off. I actually watched the show, but I didn't review it. Okay, so if someone really wants it, I will do it. But I've got my notes right here. I might do it sometime later on the week. The poetry segment sucked. I think she's worse than Ali now. Ali is a TNA knockout. That's a TNA women's wrestler, or an Impact Wrestling women's wrestler, as the company likes to be referred to now. I enjoyed the segment to an extent. I'm just happy they don't do what they normally do heading into pay-per-views, and that's just the exact same match without the title on the line, at least. Then D-Rock says, shocker of was a loss. Goody B. Han says, dude, you're not funny. 22, yo, work on your Vince, bro. Dude, I'm English is quite hard. I just don't judge the voice, judge the context. 100% right on Snooker versus Benoit. It's almost as if they're almost covering up the murderer by treating Snooker as if nothing happened. Maybe. Kurt Angle, this show was a win. This is my bias speaking. I agree. This review. Friendly, yes, I put him on timeout. I appreciate that. Pescar Novier says, I'm Sean's view. Don't screw with me or else I'll show you my pee-pee. Oh, that's funny. Ben, dude, that was not me saying it. That was live comments before fucking people take a snippet of this and send it to the guy, whatever his name is. What was it? Sean's view. Oh, he's always in controversy. And I just remember that because of like 3 or 4 years ago, he got his cock out on some YouTube video. That's quite funny. Ben Norman said, can't give Raw a tie because everything between the opening and ending was horrible. Alicia Fox Raw for backstage, seeing tag champs lose by DQ again against heels is so ridiculous. I like the fact that they did the Raw tag title match and had the club beat them, but didn't beat them. Because then you can go, hey, look, we actually beat the tag champs and have them mean dominating, because you need more heeled teams in that. Heavy J says, good work, Franielli. I like the Bailey segment, but it was too long. I agree. Yeah, good job, Franielli. I appreciate you sorting that out. Franielli says, I didn't watch. I just watched the clips from YouTube. Randy Morgan said, you didn't miss anything. Ben Norman says, someone needs to tell Nia Jax to stop smiling. She sounds like a cheap soap opera actress. Maybe that could be her future career. You know, she could become that. Where are we now? D-Rock. So I'm willing to bet that a Fatal 4-Way women's match at TakeOver is 1,100 times better than the Raw women's title matches. Probably. All of Vince's projects should stay in Raw, send back Cena. Randy Morgan says that was funny. And Franny in the final comment of the night says he is the equivalent of Hogan, but refuses to change things up a bit. Yeah, poor big match John. It's scary because I'm at the point now where I actually think Cena's very good at his job and he gets a reaction from the crowd. I do really enjoy him. But at the same time, it's like, okay, same old shit. You come out and say you get a title match because you're Cena, but at least that's showing a bit different character than what he normally is. So, to summarize, I want to thank everyone for live comments, especially thank you to Franielli, who timed out those imbeciles. They'll always come back. But, you know, we'll bench them forever for once YouTube fucking gets around to reading the report. So, I'm closing the book on what was, quite frankly, a pretty dull Monday Night Raw. I enjoyed the opening segment. I enjoyed the main event. Very good main event. I gave it a weak tie because it was not god-awful. Like, to get a loss, you have to suck dick. This show didn't suck dick. It was close to. The mouth was open and ready, but he didn't. So, good job there. I mean, I enjoyed Sami Zayn at least being in the main event, but he was the sacrificial lamb in the long run. You know, who I want is Nakamura, Zayn, and Cesaro to win, and that's not what I want. I got that gut feeling, you know. If one of those three happens, you heard it here first. I want to thank everyone in the live comments for being civil, the ones that did anyway. We'll be back tomorrow for SmackDown live review. Wednesday, then it'll be NXT and Lucha Underground. Thursday, TNA Impact Wrestling, and Friday, I don't know. We'll have to see for Friday. So I want to thank you all for joining us here on the channel. I want to thank you if you're one of our many new subscribers. We smashed 7,000, and our goal was 7,000 for the Royal Rumble. And you guys smashed that. So major thank you. All the links in the description box for Patreon, etc. And a big shout out to Paul W., the latest Patreon pledger. He pledged the $5 per month, which entitles him to exclusive content and a show of his choosing to be reviewed. So check out links there. We have merch there. KocoSports.net will be properly redone soon. I'm excited to potentially be joining the marketing team over there. So I'm excited for that. Lots of things going on right now. Make sure you stay safe. Make sure you stay well. From LK and from the whole of the KocoSports team, who are sadly not here, but they're here in the heart. Okay, and I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well. I'll be catching your asses down the line.